Because I'm going to do something for you that I don't do for too many people.
Oh, yeah? Oh, my gosh, that feels so good.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. So, does Roy do this for Dale?
Roy does this for Dale every night.
That's why they've been married 100 years.
Probably.
So, you think the kids are okay with your groom?
Tom? Tom has 5 kids. And they all ride better than me and a lot better than you.
5
kids? 5 kids. I want
Wow.
I wanted to have 5 kids, 6 kids, but Dinah.
You know what? I love kids.
You do?
And it's okay. You're with Dinah a long time. It's gonna take a while.
Yeah. Well, I want to lock Dinah out of my head the way you locked her in the closet.
I'm not really proud of that.
Give me the...
But she didn't give me a choice, so.
Forget about Dinah. Because you're where you're supposed to be. And Dinah will never bother us again.
Listen. Do you hear that? Silence. The absence of the sound of little feet pitter-pattering.
Cassie must have kept her promise about getting the kids out of the house early.
She is a saint. But we're not supposed to be talking. We're supposed to be catching up on sleep, right?
No talking.
No talking.
Just snuggling and whatever else comes to mind.
I'm sure something will come up.
Bud,
Yes.
do you have any idea who you slept with last night?
Guard! Guard! Hi, Stanley, right? Well, it's time for me to use the phone. You said that I could use the phone after breakfast, and after breakfast. Thanks. You have a quarter that I can
Sure.
Thanks a lot. I'll only be a minute.
5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes. It's all the time I need.
Morning, Philip. Good morning, Deb.
Spalding residence.
Betty, put Ellen on her phone, and this time don't give me any double talk.
It's Ms. Dutton. Again.
Tell her again, like you've told her before, that I am not available.
Dad, you may eventually have to tell her yourself.
Why don't you read the paper?
She called 10 times last night wondering where her lawyer was.
Yeah, well, I haven't the faintest idea where her lawyer is. I'm not Annie's keeper. Thank God I'm not her husband.
Damn it! Put Ellen on the phone!
Annie, it's Philip.
Oh, thank goodness, Philip. I thought your father was leaving me here for dead. Just tell me that he's forgiven me, okay? And he's found out a way to get me out of this place.
Annie, I want you to stop this.
Ellen,
I don't want you to call this house and harass my family. Do you understand that?
Last night was a fiasco, but we have gotten through worse. Much worse. Ellen, we love each other. And our love can see us through this. No two people were meant for each other like we are. I made mistakes. I know that. But we seem to always be able to get past that. All you have to do is just, get down here so we can talk this through. We can get our life back on track.
Are you finished?
I love you. I love you more than any woman has ever loved you. And you know that. Ellen, if I don't have you in my life is mean. I know you act like you're so tough, but you are a man of compassion. Please show some. If you turn your back on me, that means that Reva and her family, they win, and you don't want that. I know you don't. What if I were to die, Ellen? Die here. You couldn't live with that. You couldn't live with that on your conscience.
Annie, Your career as an emotional blackmailer is over. Actually, blackmailer is too nice of a word. You're an emotional terrorist.
Alan, for pity's sake.
I feel no pity for you. I feel nothing. What you do or don't do with your life, Annie, is no concern of mine.
Alan, no, you don't mean that.
I never want to see you again.
No, don't.
Goodbye.
I can understand Alan being upset, but I can also understand Annie's side of things.
Annie doesn't have a side.
She made some mistakes, but I also know that she would be the first to admit
No, this
them.
is not like some little error in judgment.
I understand that.
She's got another husband. It's a little bit more than that.
Yes. But I understand personally what it is like to make a big mistake that costs you the person you love.
What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I don't have anybody. I don't have anybody left.
That's not true, Annie. Annie, you still have me.
Dinah. Oh.
Listen, Beth, I need to talk to my dad alone for a few minutes, so would you excuse us?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Listen, Dad.
Philip, Annie is a dead issue.
I know that. I understand. I just want to make sure that you know I really am sorry.
Look, I don't want your sympathy.
I know
That's
that.
not my style, and you know that.
I know.
What?
I'm painfully aware of your style. And I know you're a tough guy. That doesn't mean that you can't be hurt.
Yeah. All right, I am hurt. And I would prefer that I suffer in private, all right?
Well, that's too bad. I'm your son. And if that's a cue for me to leave, I'm not taking it.
Philip, it's just
Dad,
that...
do you remember the conversation that we had right before the wedding about Annie? When you started to open up a little bit to me. You remember that?
Yeah. What are you saying now? That I'm shutting you out? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
If you just let me finish,
well, all right.
You'll know what I'm
all
trying
right,
to say.
Then finish.
Look, I know how hard it is for you to open up to anybody. It's hard for me, too. But it meant a lot to me that you did. I think that conversation has brought us closer than we've been in a long time. At least that's the way I feel.
I'll tell you what I feel. I feel like an absolute fool. Everyone was right. Here I was declaring my love for Annie from the rooftops. I'll never do that again, Philip. I tell you, I will never do that again.
You won't do what again?
I will never let love rule my life.
Dad, what you felt at the time was valid.
And I regret ever feeling anything.
Well, you know, I think you're wrong about that. I'm sorry that it turned out badly, but I'm happy that you were able to do it.
Yeah, well, it will never happen again.
Dad,
I can
you don't
assure
understand.
you.
You're missing
I
the
will
point.
never love unconditionally again. Annie is dead to me. And the sooner she goes to Ohio,